Alright guys, thanks for joining me on another episode of Off Axis Builds. I found a problem with my steering. You probably saw it on one of the other videos where that whole rack and pinion was flexing a little bit. I think I'm going to put a little brace in there from the frame, or not the frame, but from the beam to the steering mount. It's going to be a simple little fix, just a piece of angle here that's a unistrut angle. I've got a notch one side and then cut the other side shorter. So it should be a fairly quick fix. I'm going to go ahead and get these things laid out and we'll show you where I'm going to weld them. Alright guys, remember to like, comment, and subscribe and hit that little bell for upcoming notifications. Alright guys, let's get her done. Alright guys, so what I'm going to do, obviously I got to notch this for the beam and then cut this off to square up to this guy. What I'm going to do is something similar to this, just like that. It'll just be a nice little box end feature that'll hopefully add a little more support to these welds and make it so it doesn't flex or bend. So what I have to do is notch this to mount to the beam and then obviously cut this back. So let's go ahead and get these things laid out. Alright guys, so there's a short end and a long end. I'm going to notch the short end and then cut the long end off. I don't know if it really makes a difference. Not really going to make a big difference, but that's just what I'm going to do. So, in order to notch this, we're going to come about 1 inch in. Okay.
We'll square that up.
Correct circle. Okay. The reason for that is this is roughly 2.5 inches. I believe it actually is 2.5 inches. It's 2 3/8. It's close enough to the arch of the beam, which is 2.5 inches. So we'll just go ahead and keep it moving up until I line up with both that side and that side in the arch. Now, it's going to give me the same arch whether I move over or not, because if I move it over, I won't have it lined up. So I need to make sure that both sides are going to line up with that black mark. Now all that's left is take it, cut it, drill it, or I guess drill it, hole saw, and then slide it on the beam and weld this up to the steering component or bracket that I made and weld this to the beam. Alright guys, let's go ahead and get this thing fabbed. Alright guys, so I got those gussets made. They're going to go right here on the beam. I'm thinking probably go flush with the top of this piece right here, so it'll kind of be like that. And I haven't figured out if I'm going to do them. I think I'm going to do them like this. So roughly about an inch from here, something like that, to kind of make it look square maybe. I think that's what I'll do. So it'll be something like that. Okay, so let me go ahead and get some magnets, and then I can tack weld those guys on and then fully weld them. Alright guys, so it turned out exactly what I want it to look like. Got those gussets completely welded up. I think that I'm going to feel more comfortable with this now. Just thought, you know, the 3/16 there was just going to be way too thin, so adding this little gusset a little further out I think will add a little more rigidity to the steering and yeah, just make me feel a little more comfortable. So anyways, pretty happy with that. Yeah. All right, guys, thanks for joining me on another episode of Off Axis Builds. Got those gussets welded onto the steering. Pretty happy with how they turned out. Add a little, you know, cool little look to it, and plus, you know, more rigidity to the steering. So I'm pretty happy with that. Anyways, guys, thanks for joining me on another project. Remember to always like, comment, subscribe, and hit that little bell for upcoming notifications, guys. All right, guys, remember it's always built, not bought. See you on the next one.